Hi everybody out there. This video differs a little bit from some of the previous videos I have made because this is not going to be a review of a new CD. It's rather more going to be a preview of a new CD. Well, it's not a CD, it's CDs, lots of them. I am a huge fan of opera music, and one of my favorite singers of all time is Swedish maestro soprano Birgit Nilsson. And a few days ago she would have turned, I think it was a week ago today when I'm recording this, she was going to be 100 years exactly. And to celebrate that, there have been a couple of releases and stuff. I have ordered the large Birgit Nilsson book that her foundation has released. I have to get it from England and I have not yet received it, so I cannot show it to you yet, but I think I'll post a video about that one. But what did arrive earlier this week is this colossus. It looks like this. La Nilsson. I have not yet had the privilege of listening to it, but I wanted to display it for everybody so you can see what it is. It's a huge box. It weighs a couple of kilos, so it's not something that you would carry around with you easily. At the top of it, we have this wonderful picture of Nilsson. I think this is Brynhilda or something. It's anyway from Wagner, you see, with the sword and the shield there, and this wonderful dress and hat. Actually, cap, perhaps I should say hat. Yes. And it says it's the Decca label on the top, but as you will see, there's a sort of small heading besides La Nilsson. And it says the complete Decca Deutsche Grammophon Philips recordings. And if one would take this box and do such, there's magnetic hinges here, so you can open it up. And if you look at it through the box, it looks like this. Not too visible, you would say. Now the first thing you would get is that you're getting this huge book. Looks like this. It's a bound-in book with lots of pictures and essays. And complete recording info, because the main interest in this box is perhaps not the book. Well, the book itself is interesting. I have not yet had time to read it. But what you get beneath it is what is the box, I should say. More like so. As you can see, there are a lot of black items down here. They all look the same. On the back side, they all look the same like this. And on the back side, they all look the same like this. Well, not the same because they don't have the same content, but it's black and white. This one, for instance, is called Songs from the Land of the Midnight Sun. And all these are original albums in their original sleeves. They look like this. And you would get them like so. Here's another one I can show you. And a lot of them are, of course, double or even triple CDs, like this one, for instance, because there are operas. This is a recording of Wagner's Tristan and Isolde. And as you can see, you can fold it out. And it looks like this, like the original. And on the background, you can see, you don't get every info here. You get, of course, to place the major roles and where it was recorded and stuff like that. But as you can see, you can only see which CD, which part of the opera is the first part or the second act, or so on. But every info you need about recording and stuff is in the book here. And this beast of a box features 79 CDs, and it features every complete opera she recorded with her major roles. And it also features 2 DVDs tucked in at the end. I should say one of them is a production of Strauss Elektra from the Metropolitan in the early 1980s. And the other one is The Golden Ring, which is the legendary 1965 BBC film on Sir George Walter's recording Wagner Das Ring der Nibelungen. which it says here, with a little bit of bonus material on that one. There has been a couple of documentaries released concerning with Birgit Nilsson's centenary, her 100th birthday. These documentaries are not featured here. I know there's one that's been on Swedish television a week ago or so. There's another one that has been released on DVD and Blu-ray, and that one is not featured here. As one reviewer pointed out, who has actually had time to listen to the box, I have not yet listened to any of these CDs because of other engagements, but I wanted to show the box anyway. They state on a review on, I think it was Amazon already, that there's no info of if these recordings has been digitally remastered in the book, but that it sounds like that. But of course these are recordings of the time period. These are not modern day digital recordings. But this is something to dwell into. You might consider this more of a objet d'art than perhaps something that you want to keep in your... but I'm going to put it on prominent place of display. And my summer goal is to actually listen to all the... I mean, you don't have to listen to 79 CDs in a row. You would get... I mean, even I as a devotee could not consume that much opera or Birgit Nilsson music at one point at a time. But I will hopefully return after my summer vacation, which comes in a couple of weeks ago, with some info on the box. Perhaps if I like it or so on. But for now on, I just wanted to give you a heads up look at what the box looks like. Price money, I should say, I paid about 2,500 kronor for it. And it was so expensive, I shouldn't say, but it was cost so that I got free shipping from the company that sold it to me, and that was rather nice. 2,500 kronor, I'm not going to say how much that is in dollar, pounds, or any currency. You can check out yourself, depending on what you show me. But I think it's a reasonable price for this beast of a box. I mean, this is one of those boxes that will never be made again. And I'm glad that I certainly decided to get a copy. And the wonderful thing about this book, or shall I show, is that on the back there's printed, I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually her signature printed. And it features essays and so on. So I'm keen on comparing this book to the other huge book, because this one is also made in collaboration with the Birgit Nilsson Foundation and the people who knew her. So it will be interesting to check this out, I think. I am most very interested in this. So this will be a lovely box to dwell into. And I should also say that comparing the Wagner's Ring, there are 2 complete ring cycles, this one says. And I am going to be totally frank with you that I do like Birgit Nilsson a lot, but I'm not that interested in her that I know her completely. So if somebody would ask me, what are these recordings? Are these the one that she made there and there? I am not that devotee that I know of all of her recordings, such as this year she recorded that for that one and so on. And I have not yet. There's also going to be a release by Sony Music, I think, later this year that I've seen. It costs about 1/3 of this box price, about 1,000 kronor. I think it will cost about, and it's called the Great Live Recordings. And I don't know if this overlaps, because I know these are live recordings. It comes out this fall, and I'm going to check that one out also and see if that is an interesting point of view. If that is something that you need to complement these. I have some live recordings of her recordings, but it's a cheap box that was released by Deutsche Membran a couple of years ago with almost no info for, but 10 CDs with Birgit Nilsson for 150 kronor was steep at that point. But that and the Swedish CD of some of her church recordings and lesser smaller recordings that she made with an organ and so on in Sweden. That's all there is. I think I have a CD of Swedish called Birgit Nilsson's Most Beloved or something like that. But this is the ultimate Nilsson experience on CD so far. So now you know how the box looks, and I hope I have cleared some issues if you wanted to know about that. And I should also say that the box came in a plastic wrapper, and the back here on the box, on the back side of the box, where you can also see her excuse me for coughing, her autograph signature imprinted. There was a white sticker sheet or a printed sheet with a picture that displays what's in the box and tells you all about the operas. But when I took away the plastic from the box, I even have it here somewhere close here, yes. You can see that this sticker is not printed on the box itself, but when you take away the plastic, this back wrapping here falls off. But this is what sits on the box, so before you open it you can see actually what these seals contain. And so there you can see what you get for operas and so on. So this one might be a keeper for some if you want to have a sort of a check-up on what's in there. But that's all for now at the Birgit Nilsson box.